Star Trek Beyond. We are going to go see that.
Jordan,
This is my-
don't slash me.
Yay. Jordan, I can make that shirt way
This is
tight.
actually
Hold on.
extra large. This is extra large.
This is the size
Oh,
it should
Jordan, look at that.
In the event that
think I'm
Chris
following where he's
Hemsworth dies in the first Star Trek,
Oh.
he's actually absorbed by the Bifrost, and Odin makes him his own son.
be. Jordan,
Wow.
who's the bad guy in this new Star Trek movie? Heimdall.
Wait,
The keeper of the Bifrost.
Is Idris Elba in this?
He's the
Oh,
bad guy
okay.
of the movie.
Man, I'm tight.
I'm actually excited. I'm very
Let's
excited.
go.
And it's at the
It's-
Alamo
okay.
and not shitty AMC.
And I was saying earlier, it's a Wednesday showing, so we're seeing it 2 days before it comes out.
And this is all thanks to you.
Well, the Alamo, they
Yeah,
have a victory screening thing,
This is all
and
thanks to you.
Let's give Dan a round of
I
applause.
didn't do anything.
He's used, wait a second. He's been using his victory membership with every, stop it, Alex. Stop. He's been using his victory membership with every Hub movie night for the past 4 years.
Let's give it up for Dan, everyone.
I'm about to become a top brass. Right now, I'm a commandant
Ooh.
within the victory
You're
membership.
probably one of the only people in.
I'm
Stop
about
it,
to-
Alex.
Can I knight you?
Yeah.
Commendation. Okay, let's go.
Have to be a knight
Well,
at the
before we
movie.
do, let's give it up for Dan one more time.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. Let's go see
This
Star
is my
Trek.
crew.
Zoe
Play.
Saldana is in Avatar and Star Trek and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Stephanie, don't leave. I have more theories. So Zoe Saldana, Uhura, actually mates with the green girl in the first one, and they become Gamora.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Look at him. He's in our way.
Spencer's is he giving us the middle finger?
No, he's waving.
Oh, hey! Hey, Spencer! This plug isn't buckling.
You gotta put it
No,
in
hold on.
where
Oh,
the fucking
God.
buckle goes.
I know, I had it in where the buckle
It took
goes.
me a long time too, but then I realized I was putting it in the wrong thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, I got it, thank God. Woo!
Let's
Anyway.
hear it for Dan.
We were watching the movies in the office, actually. We caught a little bit of it during Overwatch recording.
Yeah, we watched
and-
some of the first one, which is good.
Yeah, Joe and I were at my place watching it last night. Man, that movie, the first movie, is fantastic.
FX last night too.
Yeah.
They were playing it, so.
We're all brushed up on Star Trek then.
Most of the movie's not handheld except for that diner scene or that bar
Yeah.
scene.
Oh yeah, we always talk about. There's the scene. Yeah, I think we've talked about it on movie nights before. But yeah, there's the scene in the first Star Trek movie when Pike and Kirk are talking in the bar after the fight, and the camera is just going like nuts during this quiet talking scene,
It's like
dialogue
someone's
scene.
adjusting their hands on the camera, trying to like get it ready to shoot, but they just recorded the whole thing and made them do their dialogue lines.
Yeah, it's a very oddly filmed thing. I pointed it out to Joe last night, and then we were talking about it today in the office multiple times, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a very important scene too. Think about when going into Star Trek Beyond. Will there be a scene like that again, Alex?
Hell no.
This is the first non-JJ one since the reboot.
JL.
This is JL, Justin Lin.
J Lin.
JJ Lin.
So what do you think about Justin Lin? J Lin? JJ Lin?
I'm excited. I haven't really seen too many of his movies. I think did he direct Tokyo Drift? And then the reboot one that came out?
Tokyo Drift, the
No,
bad
no,
one.
he directed the one that reinvigorated the series Fast Five.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whoa. Yeah,
I watched
super
True
Winsler.
Detective Season 2, which he directed. And
Justin?
That one, and that was
Oh yeah, I haven't heard anything good about that. The movie looks great. I'm kind
I
of
haven't seen any trailers or anything.
really.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't know Idris Elba was the bad guy. So.
Yeah, no, I
And
I
he's
hadn't
hardly
seen,
in the trailers anyway. So.
I really like the first two movies, and that's really all my Star Trek experience. I haven't seen
Yeah.
any of the series or any of the old movies, so.
Yeah, they operate pretty well on their own too. So it's a good hopping on because it's more mainstream now. That's where
Yeah.
Paramount's going with it. The TV show's coming out next year. That'll be interesting on CBS Go.
Is that gonna
platform,
be
or whatever
Kirk?
that is? No. That's gonna be a different ship telling a different story.
Oh.
I don't know if it should be tied in with the same universe, but
Do you think this is going to be more like a fun romp than the last two movies?
it looks like they're doing a lot of like extraterrestrial
The
like
last
action.
two had some fun romping
Yeah, but do you think this will be the rompiest?
I think it will. This one
on a
seems to
scale of
This one takes place on more alien planets consistently throughout it
scale of
seems.
one romp to 5 romps. I think
How
this will
rompy?
probably come in at about a 3.5 romps.
The
Sledgehammer.
director doesn't matter in these movies. It's all about the cast.
It's like the Mission Impossible movies. After JJ left, he continued to produce, but it still had that same vibe. But it's like
JJ did the MI
He is-
series.
he did the third one. He rebooted. Well, didn't reboot the series, but reinvigorated the series, just like he did with Star Trek and Star Wars. Not that Star Wars
What
wouldn't
is
have
Joe
been
doing
invigorated no
back
matter
there?
what.
He just honked it.
I thought that
Joe.
was you honking.
Joe honks all the time.
No, this is a super girly horn.
Let's hear it.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
They're parking.
Oh my goodness.
That's a wide turn for a park.
That was offensive.
Okay, we're here. Everyone say your last thoughts.
We're at the Alamo Draft House. We're seeing it on Wednesday. I'm excited that we get to see it before like everybody.
Yeah.
So
I'm
think that'll be
excited because
cool.
I have zero expectations.
Andy's
going
gonna
into
get drunk.
this.
I think it'll be
I'm
fun.
not. I'm not. Gonna...
I'm setting my phasers on fun.
Oh goodness! I didn't think that would come out.
Snicked.
Beam me out of here, Scotty.
You just farted.
This is literally like, this is what they say the movie theater for is like. Dun, 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 dun.
It almost ripped my sandal off
And then,
my foot.
dun, dun. So Star Trek Beyond, we have gotten out. Spencer's back there.
It was really
Spencer,
fucking good.
What'd you think? You really
I
liked
really
it?
enjoyed it. I think it was better than Into Darkness. Hi. Sorry, those are my friends. I really liked Into Darkness. I thought it was good, but I think this is like what I want from a movie. I thought it was really good. That's okay. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it. I thought the characters were great, and I thought the writing was really good too. I mean, there was flaws here or there, but it was funny.
Simon Pegg and Doug Junn.
Yeah, Carl Urban was really funny too.
They gave Carl Urban a
does.
lot more to do than they did in Into Darkness. Into Darkness, they did not give him a whole lot. Was anybody bothered by the amount of Uhura being kidnapped but unchecked by her captors constantly? When
She
her
was a real
and
diplomat.
Sulu first get down there, they just go around and start hacking into the computers or whatever, and then people just come up and be like, "Hey, you're not
Yeah,
supposed to be
there's
doing
no
that."
consequences.
And then later, she's with Krall when that other Starfleet lady gets destroyed, and then
Captain Kirk just walks
the
up.
next scene, it's like her. She's like off doing whatever. I'm like, why do they just keep letting her go repeatedly?
Well, okay, so he did leave in that scene to go take, the weapon away, and then his second command was like, I'm going to take out that chick. So then she's probably just staying there like,
That was my only logical problem with the movie.
what did
That
everyone
was
know?
your only logical problem with this movie?
What other logical?
What did you think of the movie, Jordan?
Okay, this.
Well, the logic behind the fact that there's 6 to 8 different production companies working on one movie was
that was kind of scary almost.
disturbing to see that many title sequences at the beginning of the film.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I will say it's not a bad movie, but it's probably the worst of the 3 so far.
All right.
Um,
Makeup was.
I said before that the director didn't make a difference on this. I'm going back on that because you
Yeah,
can totally
It's
tell.
not. It's definitely not a JJ movie at all.
There's not nearly enough lens flares.
I mean, there's still like a lot of cool camera movement and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like there was a lot more basic stuff cinematography wise within the movie, whereas like JJ was jacking off on the screen on every shot that he had.
Shaky dialogue scenes.
The thing that bothered me most about this movie is that when they did this a couple times where they have a shape of something and they cut to something that was the same shape somewhere else.
That
in
only
the
happened
universe.
once.
That happened, no, that happened twice.
Did it happen
Yeah,
twice?
It happened twice, and that always bothers
That
me.
first time
'cause
it
I'm like-
wasn't the most seamless transition I do
Yeah,
remember.
and
I'm
then
like,
the second
oh,
time they
transition.
did it, it was also kind of like it's a little bit too janky for me.
You
I'd
shouldn't
rather than
call
just-
attention to a transition unless it's really creative, and that
Yeah.
wasn't very creative.
Like in Harry Potter, they would go into
Yeah.
the mirror and then come back out in the mirror. Like that was fucking cool. And this,
Oh!
Jesus!
Once again, the villain's not that great.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah,
only
he was
in
generic.
he was
I was
only in a
curious
few
about it.
scenes.
And
Like
His name is Crawl. I
You like
kept
the
thinking
Super
because every
Skrulls?
time he showed up, it slowed to a crawl.
Oh.
He had things to say.
And the CGI was kind of bad too.
It was pretty bad, especially
those
I don't know if
beings
you
at the
saw
beginning.
the
Like, there was like
The
Dude,
motorcycle
the
scene.
motorcycle
Yeah.
shot
That was really
that
bad.
they're driving along the mountain.
Oh,
was
and then it just
super
panned
bad.
up or whatever. That
It just
Yeah,
seemed
it
like
was just
overall,
really bad compositing.
like even though they had 6 international production companies, it still felt like a way cheaper movie than the first 2.
What I feel like that was about was I feel like when I was kind of comparing this in my head, but like Star Wars is like it's gonna make $2 billion, and then they're kind of like look at Star Trek, they're like it'll do well, but it won't make like an exponential amount. So I don't feel like they pump as much into it as they could.
Yeah.
I feel like it deserves it though. I mean, I thought it was really good, but I think I just had a fun time during it. This is what I wanted though, because like in the second one and the first one, I feel like there was no exploration.
Yeah.
I feel like this one was more
There
like
was
Yeah.
exploration based.
1 romp out of 5.
There were a
We
lot.
discussed the romping, and there was not enough romping.
This was the rompiest.
Oh
movie.
yeah, it
They've
was the
done some-
rompiest. The romp meter was turned up to romp 11.
Yeah.
It was all about the romp.
I just wanted to learn more about that space station because it reminded me of Mass Effect more than
Reminded me
anything.
of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, I can see Mass Effect.
That was a really cool, like that opening when they actually go inside of the space station, like that was really cool stuff.
I felt like the whole movie wasn't, as on such an epic scale as the other ones.
They
So
don't all need to be.
I know that, but this felt, more like a TV
Localized
episode
chapter.
or a
That's what I
whole
was thinking
episode
the
of a
whole time.
TV show. It wasn't hard hitting enough to affect a bunch of people. I mean,
Except for
it's-
millions of people.
yeah, a lot of people, but not enough that it's
I'm just glad
like,
they didn't
Millions of
crash the Enterprise
people.
like into something again. Like
Space
I thought
people.
that
there's not enough death that happened.
The first two were kind of about them still like getting the team working together, and this one they're already working together. So it does feel like an episode or like one of those movies
Yeah,
where
there's
they
not
go
as much
save the
development.
whales or something.
Yeah.
It felt like one of
It's
those.
an
kinda-
in-between one.
Yeah, like a guide in.
See, what I was thinking the entire time was I was like, I'm not getting the feeling from the first two JJ ones, but I'm still getting a strong Star Trek feeling. So it was very solid for me, but it was very televisual. Like it wasn't anything visually particularly spectacular outside of a few wow moments like the Citadel.
the surfing moment was awesome.
Yeah, like there's some really cool
Speaking
shots.
of romp
Oh,
meters,
That was
the romp meter was turned up to fucking like
was-
85 there.
Oh, that
And
was
the
really
more
good. That was
Beastie
my
Boys
favorite.
sabotage you and cram to a movie, I'll be happy. I love the riff, love the rapping. It's just so great. I enjoyed this movie thoroughly, and I think it's because I didn't expect anything from it. And I found when I don't expect anything, I really enjoy movies.
Yeah, and this was released on the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. The way they dealt with Spock was really, really well done.
Yeah.
And that moment at the end was very cool. As a Star Trek fan who's been watching it since my entire life, so it's like there were some really cool callbacks to moments.
Oh, yeah.
Past.
I thought the writing was relatively good though. Like I was kind of impressed because I was expecting the writing to be shit.
It was I.
Yeah, very solid Star Trek movie.
I think it was worth price of admission.
When we're talking about like episodic televisual Star Trek movies, like this is way better than Insurrection in my opinion.
No, I hope they make like 10 more. of
Yeah,
these,
yeah.
You know what I
Like
mean?
if they made it at this quality, like I would be absolutely fine.
But I'd be so down to see like 5 more of these, or even more than that. Like I just think it feels almost like a TV show, where it's just fun to watch. And I feel like the characters
You like
are
checking
good.
in with the characters every once in a while. Like,
That's why I wanted to see them on this 5-year journey, is because like I want to see them explore. What number of Enterprise are they on at this point? Are they on like Enterprise number 6?
it's 8. It's 1701A. Well, technically in the actual timeline, it's the 3rd Enterprise, because there was the NX Enterprise that kind of looked like the Franklin. That's what the original Enterprise kind of looked like. In the regular timeline, they go through A, B, C, D. D is the Enterprise on Next Generation, and then they do the Enterprise E for the movies.
Oh, wow. I like
Yeah.
I like lore.
I like the part where the guy behind us. So I don't even remember what happened. Who was it? Someone had said something. Everyone laughs that it gets quiet, and then what did he just say?
Can I just say, the lady next to me was not happy with the fact that Sulu was gay.
No, she made
She was
several comments.
Yeah, no, because they had the scene. It was kind of nice. He like
It was
grabbed.
nice. They showed his family.
walked
They
away.
showed his daughter.
They
and
were
his
they were like,
husband,
look at him, he's gay. But then she was like, well, I'm taking a bus back to Milwaukee. And then she like laughed and like hit me, and I was like,
What is that?
Is that a euphemism?
well,
Like,
no,
is that a
right
saying?
before the movie, they had an advertisement where George Takei was doing
Oh.
an advertisement for buses in Milwaukee.
Oh.
And so, but she did that, and she hit me and started laughing, and then she saw that I didn't react, and she was like,
You? Yeah, am I right?
Well,
Am I
wasn't-
right, Hitch?
She wasn't there with a friend, so I was her friend.
I thought that movie was a bus to Milwaukee.
Oh.
Bus to Milwaukee out of 5.
Chris Pine looked really good. That
Yeah,
was.
he
He's always good.
It was
Hey.
good. It was fun. I liked it.
There was no particular undressing scene.
Alright. Well,
Yep.
ratings, everybody.
Worth price of admission, and a bus to Milwaukee.
4.5 out of 5.
I'd say 7.5.
Idris Elba, out of 5.
Idris Elba.
4.7.
Out of
4.7. Oh, out of 5? No, that's out of 10. Out of
Oh!
Wow. Okay. Whoa.
4.7 out of 10? Anton Yelchin. Anton Yelchin.
I did have like a tear when they showed that. That was really nice.
He was great.
Yeah, that
He
tear
was
that
like
tear
he
dried
was
up
the whole
real
film.
quickly though when she thought about how the movie was.
8 out of 10.
Oh shoot!
There
Now
we
I
go.
feel
out of
bad.
10.
Geez,
Sorry.
that is way too high. I think 8 is pretty high. 6, I would say.
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Alright.
So it's a little above average.
I would watch
I'd give
again.
it.
I'm gonna
I'd
have
give
to
it an
watch
8 out of 10.
Good night. Are we done?
Go see it. 6.
They just got a Nidoran.